Hi everyone, good morning all. So let's see, this one will be today's first query. Visa is analyzing its partnership with Apple Pay and calculate the total transaction volume for each merchant where the transaction was performed via Apple Pay. Output the merchant ID and the total transactions. For the merchant with no Apple Pay transactions, output their total transaction volume is 0. So whenever there will be no payment with the Apple Pay, at that time we have to give 0 as volume and display the result in descending order of the transaction volume, right? So here they have given us the transaction table in which merchant ID, transaction amount and payment method. Payment method means Apple Pay or without Apple Pay they have given us. So we need to calculate that sum. Let me show you the data. I have already created this table. So if you see over here, there are some of the transactions has been done with Apple Pay application and others are done with the other than Apple Pay, and whenever other than Apple Pay is done, we have to show it as a 0, right? So so if you see over here what I have done, we have to do calculate the total transaction values for each merchant, right? So whenever they have given us the each merchant or kind of each product they have given us, we need to either use group by or ranking functions, right? That I have told already. So over here what we need to do, here some of the Apple Pay is given in capital letter Apple and P is also capital, and some are Apple, everything is in small letter, right? So what I have done, select of merchant ID, because we have to calculate for each merchant, right? Then sum of transaction amount from transactions were lower of payment method. So I have converted everything to lower, right? Because otherwise it may give a wrong result, because some are in capital letter and some are in small letter. So lower of payment method is equal to Apple Pay and group by merchant ID, right? Now what we have to do? We have to do the same thing, but this time we have to use a not equal to Apple Pay. And whenever not equal to Apple Pay is there, we need to mention as 0, right? And then we need to do union, because we need both, right? Apple Pay as well as non Apple Pay. And this is the alias we have given. So over here also we have done the sum of merchant ID, sorry, merchant ID and sum of transaction amount. So now let me show you. Okay, now what is the problem over here? Incorrect syntax near merchant ID. Okay, and then T dot merchant ID. Where is it? Okay, T. Okay. So here also we need to perform group by merchant ID. Now let me execute this one. Now it is giving perfect result, right? Whenever transaction is not done by Apple Pay, it is showing 0. So 3650 3270, it is matching, right, with over here if you see. And for 2 it is not done by Apple Pay, so it is 0 is showing. So individually if you see for this one, it is only one value, right? Okay, it is clubbed. uh, yeah, with city also we can do. How we can do? So over here we need to, I think, create two city, right? With city as, then this will become our first city, then city 2 as, this will become our second city. And now what we have to do? Select star from city, inner join city 2 on city dot merchant ID is equal to city 2 dot merchant ID. And then what we have done over here, that same thing we have to do, group by. Now I think we need to specify over here alias, right? And what about this one, ambiguous column name over here? mm, which alias we have to mention? Let me try, but this will give wrong. Okay, this will give wrong result. Mm, then again, I think we need to do union, right? Let me try it. NCT2 dot. What is wrong? Select this. Okay, from select from. But that will not work, right? Before union, we will give from statement. Then again, this I have to give inner join and everything. Is there any other option, or you can? Okay, let me do Control Z. Okay, now let me remove this one. And over here, left join. Okay, now every value is coming, but only 0 is not coming. not equal to full after join. Okay, here merchant ID is also coming null and sum is also coming null. Okay, merchant ID. Okay, case when this is null, then city 2 dot merchant ID end. Now let me try this. What is wrong? Merchant ID is not contained in the. Okay, we need to specify this thing, entire thing in group by. Oh, I think it is not working properly. Okay, okay. Sure. Here only one problem is there, zero value and its merchant ID is not coming. Okay, okay, okay. Let's jump to the next question. So as a data as a data analyst on people operations team at Accenture, you are asked with understanding how many consultants are staffed to each client and how many consultants are exclusively staffed to a single client. So write a query that displays output of client name and the number of uniquely and exclusively staffed consultants ordered by client name. So here they have given us the employees table, employee ID and engagement ID is there. In the second table is consulting engagements table in which engagement ID, project name and client name is given. So if you see both the tables, this is the employees table and over here engagement ID is there which is common in this table, second table, right? Now we need to find out how many consultants are staffed to each client and how many consultants are exclusively tied to a single client. So so I have already created the table. Now if you see over here, we need to identify those employee IDs which are specifically working for a single client, right? And that are known as exclusively staffed consultant. So if you see over here, I have joined both the tables, employee ID and consulting engagement table with engagement ID column, right? Now, now we have to check for Department of Defense, right? Department of Defense, we need to give client name and then exclusively staffed consultant and total consultant. So for Department of Defense, engagement ID is one, right? So what are the total consultants are there for Department of Defense? So engagement ID one is coming in this first table how many times? One time two time and three time, right? So that are the total staff consultant for Department of Defense. Now for Department of Education, engagement ID is 2. So how many times 2 is coming over here? Only one time, right? So total staff consultant is 1. And for Google is coming 2 times over here. So for 3 and 4 is coming how many times over here? 3 and 4 is coming 2 times, right? So for Google, total staff will be 2. Now, how can we identify the exclusively staff consultants? So over here, we need to find those employee ID which are specifically working for a single client only, right? For a single client only. So that is I have mentioned over here in this query. So if you see for employee ID 101, it is working for the two engagements, right? So I think 101 is not come. Let me just show you the result. Then for 1002, so 1002 is working for one, right? Working for one only, and 1005 is working also working for one. So now can anyone tell me for Department of Defense how many exclusively staffed consultant? Okay, two consultant, right? This one and this one. We cannot consider this one because it is also working for some other client also, right? So this one will not be considered. So for Department of Defense, two consultants are there. Now for Department of Education, how many consultants are exclusively staffed consultant? Zero, right? Because it this one is only there, but it is working for this one also. So it will not consider. And for Google, how many exclusively staff consultant? Two, again two, right? Because this one is working only one for three engagement ID, and this one is also working for fourth engagement ID. So again, 2 is the answer. So now, first of all, we need to execute this query. Now, what I have done over here, group. So 1002, 1003, 1004, and 1005. Mm. Now, I have created over here city, and in that city, I am again joining this city table and main table, right? Consulting engagements table, employees table, and city table. And for city, I have done the left join. Now let me execute this query. So here, whatever the client name are there, that for we have seen over here, right? Let me. Okay, we have seen over here the total consultant for Department of Defense is three, right? One, two, and three. So that is coming over here. Total staff will be three. For Department of Education, only one is there. This one is there. And for Google, it is two, right? Three and four. So it will be two. So we have done the sum over here, sum of total employee IDs for the total staff consultant. And for city.employee ID, which is I have shown over here, but now this one will be divided across client name, right? So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, which is showing over here, right? 2 plus 2 equal to 4. And for this, no one is exclusively working for Department of Education. Now let me know if there is any doubt in this query. Everything is clear, right? In this query. So okay, let now jump to the next one. So assume you are given table with information on Snapchat users, including their ages and the time spent sending and opening snaps. Write a query to obtain a breakdown of the time spent sending versus opening snaps as a percentage of total time spent on these activities grouped by age group. Write a query to obtain a breakdown of the time spent sending versus opening snaps. So now here, this is the main thing. We need to calculate total time spent sending divided by time spent sending plus time spent opening, and then time spent opening divided by again time spent sending plus time spent opening. And we need to do group by this entire thing with the age bucket. Activities group by age group, right? So here they've given us the activities table, activity ID, user ID, activity type, then time spent, and then activity date. And again, they've given us the age breakdown table. In that, user ID will be common, right, between both the tables, and then age bucket. Age bucket will be looking like this: 31 to 35, 26 to 30, and then 21 to 25. Now, if I run this query, this will be the result. Now, what we need to do? Let me show you the here they've given us sending. We need to do this like this, right? Time spent sending divided by time spent sending plus time spent opening. So what I have done, I have two tables, right? Now time spent sending. So we need to do user id wise. You need to find user id wise data, right? So what I have done over here, select user id, then sum of time spent. But you need to do sum of time spent based upon the activity type, right? Where activity type is equal to send. So what I have done, lower of activity type is equal to send. This will be our first city. This will become our first city. So for 123 3.50, let me take this data over here. So for 123 3.50 there, right? Then for another user 456, send is coming how many times? Two times, right? 5.67 and 8.24. So 34.91. And for like the same way, we need to do some for another user also, right? Then I have taken the another city. What I have done, we are calculating the lower of activity type is equal to open this time, right? Lower of activity type is equal to open. And now what will be we have to do in the city 3? Can anyone tell me? No. Actually, we are calculating for sending and opening only. Sending and opening only. Chat activity is not required. Uh, Open. What you can see this formula, and then let me know what we have to do in the next city. You got it right? Sorry, what? Actually, first formula. No. I will tell you. First, in the first city, we have done for send, right? In the second city, we have done for opening. But for total, what we need to do? We need to do total also, right? Sending plus opening. Then only we will able to divide, right? This one divided by this one. So sending plus opening will be the total. So now in the third city, we have to do use both in the where clause for total, right? S- Open plus send in the in condition. So now all three cities are completed. Now we have to do sending divided by total. Then we have to do opening divided by total. And then we have to do round and decimal conversion, whatever if it is there. But now we want all this data based upon the age bucket. So what I have done over here, city, then city 2, then city 3, all I have joined with user ID, right? And then age breakdown also I have to do join, because age breakdown wise we need to calculate this sending versus total percentage and opening versus total percentage. So age breakdown table also I have to join based upon user ID column, right? And then group by age bucket. Now let me try to execute this query. Sorry, group, not group by, order by. So this will be our result set. But now can anyone tell me after 44.31, 40 are coming, right, every time? But I don't want that 40. Then what I have to do? Uh, which function? I think trunk is not there in SQL Server. It is in Oracle, I think. So for now, what we can do? Any idea? We have seen this in the last lecture also. Okay, ceiling or floor? Mm, what is the spelling? Okay, ceiling, comma 2. Okay, only ceiling. Okay, let me now 44.31 only we require. 44 point. Okay, I think comma 2 is not required. It is rounded to 55. Comma 2 is not required. Okay, ceiling can we use floor function? So again now it is done reverse. It is rounded to, it is eliminated after point, but we want exact points only. Okay. Mm, okay, okay. We can do over here. Cast. I think this will give the perfect result. Okay, right. It is giving perfect result, right? Now let me know. You understand this question requirement and the result, right? Sending versus total percentage and then opening versus total percentage. We have done over here as per the this formula also they have given us. So based upon this, we have converted this one as first city, then this one as second city, and this one as third city. And then we have combined all three cities and also age breakdown table because we want age breakdown wise data, right? And then we have also here they have mentioned round the percentage to two decimal places in the output. So that we have done also, right? Now let me show you this again one more question. Okay, final question. So given a table of candidates and their skills, you are tasked with finding the candidates best suited for an open data science job. You want to find the candidates who are proficient in Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. Write a query to list the candidates who possesses all the required skills for the job. Actually, we want to find out the candidates who are having all these three skills only, not apart from these three skills any. If anyone has four skill, then we do not need to consider that candidate for our requirement. Now this is the candidates table that we have given, and also I have inserted the data into the same. Now let me show you the data. Select star from candidates. Now can anyone tell me what will be our result set? Let me take this data into Excel file. 1 minute. Which are the skills is required? Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. Okay, now can anyone tell me what will be our result set? Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. all are coming in this employee, right? Now this one we cannot consider. 345 also we cannot consider. 147 Python, Tableau and PostgreSQL. But again one extra skill is there, right? So we cannot consider this one also and this one also. So 1, 2, 3 will be our result set. Now how can we write this into the query? Select star from candidate ID count of skills as skills where skills in Python, Tableau and PostgreSQL, right? Group by candidate ID having count of skill equal to what? 3, right? 1, 2, 3 and 147. Okay, now can anyone tell me what will be the issue over here? Actually 147, if you see for 147, there are total 4 skills are there, right? Not exactly 3 skills are there because Java we cannot consider, right? Now because of all 3 skills are there for 147 also it is coming over here, right? Now what will be the issue over here? Can anyone tell me? Or what we need to do addition over here? We need to specify count of distinct skills. Why 147 is still coming? Okay, I think both will be our answer. Let me see the question. You want to find the candidates who are proficient in Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. Write a query to list the candidates who possesses all of the required skills for the job. So apart from Java is there, then also it will be fine because we because that 147 has all these 3 skills are there, right? Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. So now from this query, if we require only candidate ID, then what we need to do? We need to write subquery, right? T T dot candidate ID 123 and 147 will be our result set. Now let me know if there is any doubt in this query. Okay. So we will keep up to here only. Now we will meet next to next Sunday. Actually, in a month we will meet two times only from going forward. And apart from that, I have uploaded one project video also in my channel. If may you may have seen, and I have also uploaded 2 3 video yesterday. You can practice from that and let me know your suggestions or anything. In this project video, I have uploaded one video yesterday, and in this also, I have uploaded two videos yesterday, first two playlists. So you can go through it if you have time. Okay. Okay, means union. What is the difference between union and union? All that kind of interview. Okay, 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 sure. Okay, okay, sure. I will try to do that, and I will upload. But actually, actually the problem with short is you have to. I think 1 lakh view is necessary for the shorts, right? 1 lakh view. So we may never reach that kind of views, right? And actually, for me now, the watch time is important, right? Watch time, because I have done the 990 watch time as of now. So 2000 or 3000 watch time is necessary, right? 3000 watch time is 1 year. So in that short view, I may never get that kind of watch time, right? So I will create 5 to 10 minutes video for that question and will upload in this playlist. I have already there few videos are there, like different between union and union law, all is already there, and it is 7 minutes video only. So I will try to create more videos in this playlist also. Okay, you can go through these two playlists whenever you have time. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. We will meet again. I will tell you in the WhatsApp when we will meet again. Probably on the next to next Sunday, we will meet again. I will upload this query in Google Drive and send you the link, and also upload this video in the YouTube also. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.